Let me bring in Parag Thakkar on both of these numbers. Parag bhai, it's great having you. Thank you for joining us on this Saturday, giving our viewers perspective always, and at very, very short notice as well. Sir, let me first understand from you HDFC's numbers. What's your take on the numbers? Because they've done this very, very large provisioning, and they've out of that created a floating provision of 9,000 crore. I'm not sure if you had a chance to look at the numbers, sir, but I'm just relaying it to you. 14,442 crore was the provisions number. 9,000 crore is the floating provisions that I can see. Frankly, I've had very limited time to see it, but this is broadly the number which I'm seeing at this point. What are you making of the numbers, floating provisions and otherwise?
So it is really on a very short notice. So I would like to say that I have also not got the chance to read through the entire calculated NIM numbers, and of course provisioning, as you rightly said, the provisioning number is up significantly. And as HDFC Bank has been always doing, whenever there's a one-time gain, they create this kind of provisions. This is a very good practice to have, so that you will not have a shocker in future. So I would say that HDFC Bank is more or less on the expected lines, because NII, if you see YOY growth is 5%, which was evident because the loan book growth itself was below 7%.
Right, okay.
But ICICI Bank, of course, ICICI Bank, I saw the numbers, there was nothing extraordinary. It looks like a very decent number, and I think market should be happy with it. Already muted growth was expected, but as usual, they have beaten the expectations.
As usual, they've beaten the expectations. Okay, that's on ICICI. So, sorry, I'm coming back to this point with regard to provisioning. Do you believe that there is a concern there at all?
So that we need to check actually. That is not very clear. But yes, I would say that it will not be like, what we have seen in one of the other private sector banks which reported numbers, and there we got a shock of this technical slippage and all. I think that kind of shock I don't expect in HDFC Bank because of the proven lending practices which they have. So absolutely, I don't know. I'm not sure about the provisioning number going high too much, and HDFC Bank using the XBB financial gain to offset it. But it's a very prudent practice again. So I would say that not disappointed with it, but we'll have to look at it closely.
Sir, and would you be, I'm not sure, Parag bhai, if you hold an HDFC, but between an HDFC, ICICI, do you have a preference? And I want to quickly mark out special dividend of 5 rupees per share given by HDFC, 1:1 bonus given as well this quarter.
Yeah, so bonus does not change anything for me as a shareholder. The only number of shares increase. What I would like to say is that HDFC Bank is continuously bringing its CD ratio down, which implies that from next year, they will grow in line with the system, and that is good news for HDFC Bank shareholders. And ICICI Bank, of course, it's a spotless bank, every time outperforming every other bank in one or the other way. But in terms of asset quality or in terms of margins, ICICI Bank always remains spotless. So there's nothing to complain about ICICI Bank. And of course, I am expecting that second half, definitely growth should pick up in India, and which will help all the banks. The only worry I would like to say is that inflation is so low that there can be another rate cut. And if there is another rate cut, there can be further margin pressure in banks.
Point taken, sir. Sir, some PSU banks also coming out with numbers. Do you believe that any of them that catch your eye? Do you like PSU banks over private sector banks?
No, I don't. See, I will go by, I will not generalize it. I will go by result to result. Bank of Maharashtra was a superb number. Union Bank I saw on a very short notice again, because they have reported numbers today only. The results were not that great. So Bank of Maharashtra was very good, no doubt. And it is always very good again. And Union Bank was not okay in my view.
Okay, got it. Avinash Gorakshekar also joining us. Thank you so much, Parag bhai, for coming in at short notice. We'll let you go on that note. We'll call you back in, Parag bhai, if we need more updates.